Dear friends, today we're tracking the early tremors of a conflict that has now erupted into full-scale war. What began as rising tensions between India and Pakistan has, by early morning local time, escalated into actual warfare. Should we call it a war? According to Pakistan's official statements, yes. Pakistan has declared the current situation a state of war. The assault came from India, and it was expected. Since April 22, following a terrorist attack in Kashmir that killed 26 tourists, the Indian government immediately blamed Pakistan, without presenting any evidence, any intelligence, or any factual basis. This response came from an ultra-nationalist Hindu supremacist regime led by none other than Narendra Modi. With his domestic approval ratings in decline, Modi appears to have seized this moment to ignite nationalist sentiment, rally the public, and cling to power. And today, we see mobs in the streets of India waving flags, burning Pakistans, and praising Modi's decision to go to war. But make no mistake, this is not a defensive war. This is a coordinated campaign of domestic intimidation, targeting India's own Muslim population. The world has seen this before. Before Auschwitz and the concentration camps, Nazi Germany waged a campaign of dehumanization, oppression, and systemic violence against Jews. Today, we are witnessing a chillingly similar pattern. When power is pursued through hatred and religion, history has shown us the consequences. Just like Adolf Hitler, Modi is using bloodshed to fuel his grip on power. And while the Islamic world stands paralyzed over Gaza, a far greater tragedy may be brewing, a mass-scale catastrophe for the millions of Muslims in India, advancing slowly, step by step. We must be prepared. India claims it has struck terrorist camps in Pakistan, but according to the Pakistani military, none of the 6 targeted sites had any connection to terrorism or military infrastructure. They were ordinary civilian areas. Among the destroyed buildings, 2 mosques. Among the dead, a child, a woman, and an elderly man. In total, 8 civilians killed, 35 wounded, innocent lives lost to an act of calculated aggression. The areas hit include Bahawalpur in Punjab, Kotli, in Kashmir, Muridka, and Muzaffarabad, all of which experienced large explosions and widespread power outages. These are not strategic strikes. They are vengeful assaults, with no clear objective beyond intimidation. And here's where the decision becomes not just dangerous but economically absurd. What a catastrophically stupid decision to launch a war with Pakistan just when global companies are evaluating India as an alternative to China for manufacturing and supply chains. India was on the verge of economic transformation, courting multinationals to shift production away from China. But now, with war erupting and regional stability shattered, those same companies will look elsewhere. What could have been a golden opportunity has turned into a strategic nightmare. An act of economic self-sabotage with global consequences. Even more alarming is the timing. Just 4 hours before the attack, Modi spoke with Vladimir Putin, and shortly after the assault was launched. With backing from Israel, the United States, and now potentially Russia, India appears emboldened. All eyes are now on China. How will Beijing respond? Will it support Pakistan diplomatically or militarily? The next move from the People's Republic of China will be pivotal. In the meantime, Pakistan has retaliated. According to verified reports, its Air Force shot down 3 Indian Rafale jets, 1 MiG-29 and 1 Su-30, some of which carried French-made Scalp missiles. The Pakistani nation will respond to this attack with full force. We are strong, we know our enemy, and our response will be powerful. Just like in India, the streets of Pakistan are now filled with citizens waving flags, standing in solidarity with their armed forces. On the ground in Kashmir, the line of control has become a war zone. Relentless gunfire, artillery exchanges, and chaos. There are reports that in certain sectors, Indian military outposts have surrendered, raising white flags to avoid further bloodshed. India has acknowledged that 7 civilians were killed and 35 wounded in retaliatory clashes. Meanwhile, U.S. Senator Marco Rubio has reportedly spoken with the foreign ministers of both nations, urging de-escalation. But India's operation, named Sindoor Harika, has all the hallmarks of a unilateral punishment campaign, while Pakistan sees it clearly as a signal of broader war. Modi's chilling remark during the campaign must not be ignored. The water that once flowed out will now flow into India. This refers directly to the Indus Waters Treaty, a lifeline for Pakistan, and Pakistan has made it clear, any attempt to alter water flows will be treated as a declaration of war. This is only the beginning. Tensions are escalating by the hour, and the consequences may reshape the region and the world. We will continue to follow this story closely. This is not just a South Asian crisis, it's a global turning point. It concerns the Middle East, it concerns the future of Asia. Like, subscribe, and leave a comment below to share your thoughts. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, stay informed.